entertainment footage. So yeah, I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blue's hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. You good? Only one way to really do it and just let dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
okay. So can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
How do you know? How do you came upon this information, though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I think people would ask a question of this, though. This is what I got hit with a lot is, all right, then if he did it to get a time cut, then how come he still did all that time in jail?
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut because what came out was that she had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Handler. But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who wrote the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up, who's also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case as a DEA agent. And then he retired. He retired after he got them 60 years.
Yeah, he retired, and then her handler became a brother by the name of Keith Cromer, Special Agent Keith Cromer, who was also fired behind this particular case. So Meech never received the time cut because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's against the law to have a sexual relationship or any personal relationship with a government informant.
This how it happened. Somehow, some way, because I don't know how, she met Special Agent Jack Harvey. You could leave that up to question. How did Big Meech's personal assistant / the person that handles all this business / the person that owns BMF Entertainment to this day since 2008?
Special Agent Jack Harvey. She put up with Harvey.
So now she meets Special Agent Jack Harvey, and then she starts working for Special Agent Jack Harvey, but not for the Meech case. It was for a whole nother case first. It was for Terry White. But once that case went well, okay, and once that went past and Terry White got his 30 years, Special Agent Jack Harvey retired. But now she was ready to go do the case for Meech and help get Meech his time cut. So now when Meech came up, it was a new person that came on, and his name was what's his name again, big homie?
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer is the new special agent after Jack Harvey retired. Now he's her handler, and they engulfed in a personal relationship, sexual, however they called it in the court. And through that relationship, it tainted the case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out. So now you pose the question of why is my big homie Cuff still in jail? And go ahead, Cuff, you can let them know why, how that happened.
From that conspiracy, they indicted me on 2 murder charges. Subsequently, I pled guilty to 2 gun charges in exchange for them dropping the murder charges.
Now, how did they? Hold on, let me ask this
How'd
for
they
you.
set you up?
Hold on, let me ask this for you right quick. How did they get you on something that was totally different from the case that Meech and them was had you in a wiretap for?
Out of a totally different, nothing to do with the drug conspiracy, but they falsely accused it as being a part of the drug conspiracy, and then they brought about the gun charges as using the gun charges in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
This call is from a federal prison.
Okay, and did they hit you with a superseding indictment or just?
They superseded me.
So they came out of that case that y'all was in court for and hit you with a whole brand new case that had nothing to do with that at all.
Didn't have nothing to do. Yeah, it still had something to do with that. They still let the drug conspiracy stand between Tammy Collins and myself.
Oh.
And she started. That's the only way that they can continue to have jurisdiction. They had to leave the drug charges there.
Oh, see, I thought that they said, all right, well, this case is over, but we
pick up murder charges or gun charges unless it's tied to something. If it's not tied to anything, then the government don't have jurisdiction. So a carjacking has to be tied to something. To have a gun charge of using a 924C, as I have, or 924J.
G. Oh, J.
You
Right.
feel me? Discharging a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime that results in death.
Right.
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy, and how'd all that come together where they were able to, put all that
He said,
together?
how did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So that means you got to go back to the movie shit.
Okay, so, well, let me take them back. So, me and Tammy were working on the BMF movie. I originally had the script and paid for the script for the BMF movie, not the show that 50's doing on Stars. But I originally paid for the script for the BMF movie, so we were shopping the movie.
So Tammy was involved at that time, which is CS1. So
Tammy Cotton, that was a legitimate business.
Right.
Legal business.
Right.
So, well, so let's take it back. The original target was the guy by the name of Fidel Suarez. That was a Mexican cartel member out of California. He was the initial target.
Right. Fidel Suarez was the initial target out of Cali.
His name is in the paperwork.
Right. That's
Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Oh, Meech and Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Exactly. But when the government found out she was in contact with me, they switched the investigation toward me.
Bad work, my nigga. Bad work. It's just bad work.
Exactly.
Did she help set you up or anything like that?
What's called third-party cooperation, and that's what we've been preaching because that's the dirty little secret.
He just, all right, look, did she help set you up or anything like that?
Yeah, she set me up.
Bro, I broke all that down on our last interviews, bro. Listen, all right, let me explain to you what this lady did, man. She went to the police. All right, she went on a visit or something with Meech and got a play to run. Look, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. She left from up there talking to him and went to the police and said, look, I'm supposed to go do this and go do that and do this and do that. I told y'all we finna run the play. And they gave her the phones or whatever to hook up the wiretap. They gave her the hot phones to wiretap who she was talking to. And then she started communicating with everybody on this wiretap phone, bro.
Exactly.
That's how she did it.
With Jack Harvey. Meech put her with Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Where can people find this paperwork?
All right, look, this is where you can find the paperwork. Type in Tammy Cowan's CS1.
YouTube.
On YouTube. Nah, on Safari. Not on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
On Safari. I'm just sending to the actual docket. Nah, forget YouTube.
Okay.
I'm sending them to the docket. The docket is public information. If you type in Demetrius Flannery CS1, type in Demetrius Flannery CS1. It's in your Safari search, and it's gonna pop up right at the top. A 35-page, 33-page docket with all the docket numbers and everything, so people can't be saying it's fake. For people that want to go to Pace or go wherever and pull it for real, you know what I'm saying, off the internet or from a government site or something, then they could do it because all the CR numbers and all of the shit is there. So look, when I just type that in my phone, bro, see, because I don't want no mistakes about this shit. Hold on. When I just type that in my phone, this is what it looked like in my phone, right? This is what it looked like in my phone. When I type it in my phone, this is what it looked like in my phone, right? And then I'm gonna click on it, boom. And when you click on it and enlarge it and click on the actual docket, this is what it looked like.
Okay.
Okay, so when you got that one with the red case number 414-CR-00088-RWS-SPM, you know you got the right docket number. And this right here is United States District Court against Dion Lamont Gatlin, Timothy Lamont Rush, Andre Alfonso Rush, and Lorenzo Ralph Gibbs. So them is the defendants, okay, right there. And all this shit should have been thrown out when the lady started on the mother agent, but they still didn't kept my man, and that shit don't make no sense. I don't understand it. So that's how you pull it up, right there, and no question. I did that last time, didn't I? On the last interview, or maybe we didn't put it up, but it should be no question of why anybody is saying, but what is this? I heard some people come back and say, oh yeah, but it just say she did all of it. She did it all.
Yeah, but see, that's when you got to tie the dots between Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Yeah, it's, I mean, not just Special Agent Jack Harvey, it's just her and me. She's the a co-executive producer of the BMF TV show.